I get UTIs very frequently. A lot of times they like to lead to my kidney, and then I get kidney infections. It can burn, it can itch. If it gets bad enough, you can have chills and like your body can shake. So I'd go to my doctor and they would prescribe something, but it wouldn't work. I was looking at everything I could possibly look at. I found Happy V on Byrdie, and I really trust Byrdie. It's almost been a year now. It's been a miracle worker. Like, made the world of difference for me and my health.
Let's dive right in. I would love to know just a little bit about your journey and your health story, and what were some of your biggest struggles that really inspired you or made you want to look for different health solutions for yourself.
It's been years, but I get UTIs very frequently. And a lot of times they like to lead to my kidney, and they make my kidney hurt, and then I get kidney infections. And so it's my kidney and UTIs mainly, but it's hard, and it starts to get to you mentally when you keep getting those, because you're like, what's wrong with me? Is it something I'm doing wrong? And then doctors, they tell you all these things that you can do, and you do those things, and you're like, okay, nothing's working. It keeps happening. So then I got a really bad one, and I was like, okay, this is it. There has to be something out there that can help me. So I just started research. I was looking at everything I could possibly look at. I was looking at science behind stuff, and that's also why I love Happy V. They have the science to back it up, and it's right there. You can read about it, and it's interesting when you deep dive into it. And I found Happy V on Byrdie, and I really trust Byrdie. So I was like, okay, let me look into this product and this company. And I probably researched it for 3 days, just going back and forth on it. And I was like, I have a good feeling. I'm just going to try this. And I've almost been on it it's almost been a year now. And it's been a miracle worker. Like, my kidney pain, I used to almost have it every single day. I don't have it anymore, just here and there. And then the bladder infections are just, I've maybe gotten like one since then. It's made the world of difference for me and my health, and it makes me feel better, and it's working.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your story, and just like a snapshot of your journey and the highs and the lows, and on the highs now. But I'm interested to know, like, how often were you getting UTIs, you would say, that would lead to kidney infections, and if you would go to your doctor, or kind of what that, I'm sure it was a very dark time, but what was that like for you?
Yes, so I would get them at random, but it was very often. So I'd go to my doctor, and they would prescribe something, but it wouldn't work. And I'd be like, no, like, I'm having kidney pain. And they're like, no, that's not where your kidney is. And it's frustrating, because I'm telling you, that's what's going on. So then I remember one in particular, they're like, that's not your kidney. And I was like, oh, okay. So I just went home, and then that night I ended up having to go to the hospital because of it. And it was a kidney infection, a bladder infection that had led to a kidney infection. I've probably been getting them since I was like 19, and I'm almost 28 now. It's been just a battle of,
Yeah.
it's hard to deal with that kind of stuff, but
Yeah, no, you're almost 10 years. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm sure you're like,
yeah.
this is part of it now, but I would love to know if you'd like to share too, but what does that feel like? If you can describe, just maybe for those that are listening and they're like, I don't know if it's my kidney or my bladder, what were maybe some like signs that you were having that something was going on down there? Would love to know, just for myself and for others watching too, that we could stay on top of it and know maybe more what's going on.
Definitely. So each bladder infection can be different for me, but some of the signs are mostly the same. So, not to be TMI, but like, down there it feels almost full, like you constantly have to go to the bathroom, and even after you go to the bathroom, it still feels like you have to go, and there's like a pressure, and it can honestly hurt. It can be pretty painful. and then it can burn, it can itch. And then if it's in your kidney, I would say like the biggest pain for the kidney is it almost feels knife in your side. And
Hmm.
it's very uncomfortable. But it's honestly just like getting to know your body and learn that's not right. It can be a ton of things. And another thing is if it gets bad enough, you can have chills and like your body can shake and you don't even know why you're shaking, but you
Yeah.
can shake. So that's also really scary. And then I like to get mine at night, like where they come in really bad. And you're just hoping, oh my goodness, please just make it to the morning so I don't have to go to the hospital.
Yeah,
So,
wow. Sleep through. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for
yeah,
sharing. I think it's just
of
good to know because,
course.
yeah, sometimes you get in your head of, is it something I ate? Is this my stomach or is it my bladder? It's all right there.
Yes. Oh, and lower back pains are
Mm.
like a huge sign too, and like cramping, but it could be hard if your period's coming in. So it could be like, is it my period or is it an infection?
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess it's always obviously great to be more safe than sorry and go in and get it
Yeah,
checked and talk with your doctor. um,
definitely.
there, right? To know if something's going on as well with that. But thank you for sharing. What were some of the things that during this 10-year span you shared that you would try? It sounds like you did your research, but what were some health arts alternatives that you were trying during this time to help?
Honestly, a ton of water, a ton of cranberry juice. That's like the first thing you think of.
Yeah.
A ton of different vitamins. I feel like vitamins like would help me for a short period of time. And I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness, I found something that maybe worked. And then I would get another one. And it
Mhm.
was like you feel that like defeat feeling. I've tried really mainly vitamins. And of course they make packets and stuff you can try.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've mainly just tried vitamins and I felt like it would work and then it just wouldn't. But then I found Happy V and I'm telling it has literally changed my life. No joke.
Oh, that's awesome. Love hearing that. Okay, so you were having, just to make sure, were you experiencing any yeast infection or BV? Was it mostly UTI and bladder infections?
It was mostly UTI and bladder infections.
Okay, awesome. And then what products from Happy Bee are you trying or have you been using?
So I use I'm probably gonna say it wrong, but it's the cranberry and D is it Mannose?
Manos. Yeah,
Bananas! Yay, I know how to say it now.
yeah.
But the cranberry and D-mannose, the capsules, and then when I feel like I have a bladder infection coming on, I'll drink one of the cranberry and D-mannose sticks, like the little drink sticks. And then I also use the probiotic and prebiotic capsules. And then I've tried the little green
Liquid
liquid.
chlorophyll. Yeah, liquid chlorophyll.
Yes, that stuff is amazing. It like gives you so much energy.
Yeah, that has been your experience with it? Liquid
Yes, it and
definitely.
it just makes you feel good inside.
Yes.
It just makes you feel good.
Yes, I know we say it's a spa for for your cells.
Oh my goodness, that is perfect. I've never thought of it that way. That's perfect.
Yes. That's awesome. It sounds like you've tried most of the Happy Bee products. That's amazing.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, the last one. Have you tried the digestive enzymes yet?
I haven't.
Okay, that's the last on your bucket list of Happy Bee products.
Yes, and my sisters, they use that.
Yeah, yeah,
They use that one and I think the probiotic and prebiotic and
yeah.
they love it.
They love it. When you were searching and you found Happy Bee on Byrdie and did your own like research, what were some of the ingredients or the different science behind it that made you want to try it? And even now trying it have been like, that is what is it for me or sets it apart for me from anything else on the market? Would love to know what that was for you.
I love that y'all break it down step by step and you explain like how it's going to help you and what it actually does for you. rather than just slapping some ingredients up there and giving you like a little short paragraph of what it could do for you. You break it down and you tell us like, this is what it's doing inside of your body. And I think the biggest ingredient for me was the D-mannose.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of that in all of like the research. I've always heard of cranberry, but the D-mannose, I was like, oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
So I think that is the biggest ingredient that I was like, let me just try it. Because everything else has the cranberry and this and that. But that, I don't know, it just stood out to me and just something said, just try it.
Yes. Oh, that's so awesome. So glad you did. I'm sure you are too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Can you walk me through your daily wellness routine? How do you incorporate Happy V every day into it? And how do you remember to stay consistent?
So I take my Happy V in the morning when I first eat for the first time in the day. And for me, in the past, I would be hit and miss with vitamins. But when something works and you're like terrified to feel bad, like when you're terrified to feel that way, you remember to take it. And I just do it when I first eat in the morning. It's like habit now. It's okay, I'm eating, let me go grab my vitamins.
So yeah, you take everything, all the Happy V products in the morning.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I hear you. You don't want fear to be a motivator to take it, but it almost is.
Exactly. I know. And it sounds bad, but it's okay. You feel better taking it than not taking it. So just go ahead and take it when you eat.
How has Happy V positively influenced your life and your overall well-being, confidence? What were maybe some things that you weren't able to do before and now you can? Would just love to hear more about the changes you've seen.
Yeah, I'd say just personally and mentally it has helped because you live in fear. You don't want to, like me with my kidney being sensitive, is I couldn't drink much coffee or like an energy drink. I know those are bad for you, but here and there it's like a little treat. And you don't want to drink your Starbucks. That's a treat too, but it's like a peace of mind. Okay, I can have this cup of coffee and it's not gonna hurt me because it's like Happy V is like this force field that's just gonna protect you. And then, not to be TMI, but being married and with my husband, you're scared if you're gonna get a bladder infection. And so it plays with you mentally. Like it's scary. You're like, yeah, so it's scary. So it's a mental thing where you don't fully feel like a woman. And I know this sounds silly, but movies and stuff, you're like, how do they do it? And you're sitting here just fearful of that aspect of the relationship. But with Happy V, it's okay, I'm gonna be okay. And I don't know, it makes you feel good and it makes you not be so scared or fearful.
I love how you said that. Like in the movies, they're like, how are they always? That's the thing, I guess. It's the movies. But this is a real life thing that women don't talk about, and it's real, and it happens to more people than we know, and not even talk about it. But yeah, did you have something to say?
But yeah, it messes with you because you feel like you're like not as much of a woman, maybe.
Yeah, or something's wrong with me, but when that is not the case at all. And that's what we're really passionate. I know you've seen our social media too, sharing and making it, normalizing it and talking about it and giving reasons why it may happen, and it's different for everyone, and it's not something that is necessarily wrong with you, but just getting to the root cause to know what changes to make and how to combat it. But I feel like you're a hope giver, dealer, all the things. Let me talk about a little bit how you've shared Happy V with those in your circle, especially your sisters.
Yes. So one of my sisters, she has problems going to the bathroom, and I told her about Happy V, and she was like, I've tried everything. It's not going to work. I was like, please just try it. And if you hate it, you hate it, but just try it, please. And she tried it and it actually started helping her. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. So then also my other sister, she kind of has trouble here and there. It's not nearly to the degree that my other sister has it, but she has trouble here and there. And she was just looking for vitamins just to help her. And I was like, just give it a try. Just go for it. Because she was looking for prebiotics and probiotics. And then she saw the enzymes and she tried it. And it's been helping her. I think today, I'm not trying to be TMI, but she was like, girl, it's helped me poop every day.
I love it.
So that was funny, but it's helped her out too. And then my mom, she likes the little drops. Is it the Clarifilled?
Chlorophyll. Yeah.
Yeah, she likes those, and she'll use those if she's like feeling like a little down or needs a little energy. She'll use those, and she just raves about it. I just love the way it makes me feel, and it really feels good inside.
I love that.
So
I'm how you put your family on to better health.
I would tell everybody about it. If they have a question, I'm gonna tell you first, Happy Bee. Just try it. Just give it a try.
Yes, I love that. So would you say like in your family, you guys are pretty open and supportive about talking about these different things and health kind of going on? What's that dynamic like? Because I know it's not very common, so it's super special.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty open, so we'll talk about it all. We'll be like, did you have these symptoms, or did you have this, or does it feel like this, or how do you feel like with this? Or, well, there's not really a thing that we won't talk about when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah, we're open books when it comes to like health, because it's scary. And from other we're all girls, so from other females' perspectives, you're trying to get help and you're like, okay, am I the only one that feels this way, or do you start feeling this way too? Yeah, we're very open.
Yeah, that's awesome. We need more of that in our relationships and friendships, and that's awesome that you are with your you guys are with your sisters and all you talk about that stuff. I want to ask you, since you've tried almost all our products, is there other products that you wish Happy Bee had that maybe we could share with our products team? And
I would say a multivitamin would be amazing. Maybe, I don't know if that's something that like y'all would dip into, but maybe like a wash. I don't know if that's something that y'all would ever dip into, but a wash would be good, because trying to find a wash is terrible. But yeah, so maybe a wash, maybe a multivitamin. I know a lot of females deal with yeast infections, so something to help with that would be amazing.
The pre and pro will help with yeast infections too.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. No, you're good. No, I love to hear your ideas.
That's right. But yeah, I think the biggest one for me is a multivitamin. I would try that in a heartbeat.
Okay, one last question. If you could go back and tell your younger self when you were like 19, starting to deal with this, even other people out there who are going through different bladder, kidney, UTIs, all of that, some advice or some hope, what would be on your heart to share to them and your younger self?
Oh, geez. Just that it's just not you. There are millions of women that deal with this, and you don't know it until you start doing research, until you start reading reviews on things, and you feel alone. And then you start reading those comments and you're like, okay, so it's not just a me problem. It's pretty common, I feel like. And not many people do talk about it, and it's scary. And especially if you don't have like family or someone to talk to. Thankfully, I was blessed with being able to talk to them. But if you don't have somebody and you're dealing with it on your own, it can be super scary. So just learn your body too, and what makes you feel good, what doesn't make you feel good. Do your research and just try it. Just try different stuff until you find what works for you. I wish I could tell everybody to try Happy Bee, but yeah, you just got to do your own research and try it out for yourself. And yeah, you're not alone.